How you going? My name's Matt and I like to make things. Certainly I like to make lots of different things, and I have a small business called Metal Wooden Things, which uses metal, wood and other stuff to make furniture, sculptures and the like. One of the things I add to metal and wood is epoxy, and you can see in the background here I've got a couple of different brands. A few weeks ago on Instagram I put a bit of a cheeky call out and said, hey, I want to test your product, see if it does what it says it will, and I guess asked brands to send me something for nothing. A couple have done that. It's been an interesting experience over the past few weeks, negotiating, I suppose, a bit of a freebie, but also learning stuff about the epoxy industry in Australia, what it is, how many brands there are, how many manufacturers there are, which is a lot less than the number of brands. So here we have my intro video to introduce myself, and two brands who have ponied up some free product for me to test and for you to find out about without having to go and put your own money into what could be a slightly expensive mistake. If we have a bit of a sort of a look in here, we've got Lucy Clear. Now that's made by Boatcraft, Australian made product. Really good starter kit here. You get some gloves and stirring sticks and a couple cups. A really nice box, which would look better if the courier company hadn't played footy with it on the way here. And then we've got Oakfield Clear. Now I asked for a 1.5 litre kit, which is what Lucy Clear sent. Oakfield sent me 6 because, well, they didn't have a 1.5 kit and were out of their 3 litre kits. And there's a few other bits there in the background, some old release, some tape, some other things, which we'll have a look at that as I go through the test itself. What I'm looking at doing is showing you how these products perform in a real world situation. The background, you can see I've got a pretty big shed, but I'm going to do this in a way that reflects how you would do it at home, in a garage, on your weekend, having a crack rather than being a professional. The presence of the spicy cough, as it's so been called, has sort of opened up the option for a lot of us to fuck about in the shed and have a bit of a crack at stuff, and pouring a bit of liquid plastic between some wood seems to have become quite popular, and a few places have taken a hold of that and perhaps sold some shonky product or stuff that doesn't really do what they claimed. So I hope to show you some brands that are easy enough to use, provide good information and support. I've used these two brands here in the background. Both companies do good business, have pretty good product, I think, but they offer support, and there's not a lot of bullshit. And to be honest, I've found that with other brands over the last decade of mucking about with epoxy. My first video doing the actual process will be coming in a couple of weeks once the content is made, I suppose, and I'm a little bit more organised as far as having a couple other brands on board. There is a third one who has committed but not sent me any product, so I'm waiting for that. Meantime, I'm going to get set up, make some moulds, document that a little bit, but my focus won't be on that so much as how the products behave, and then moving forward how they behave once they're cured. If you've got a brand you use or a brand that you're thinking of using and you reckon you'd like me to test it for you, jump on my Insta, have a bit of a look there, tag the brand, share this video with them. I would love to have more than 2 to test, and that I think would be good for the general user to have more than 2 things to check out. I don't have a great deal more to add. this is kind of my first attempt at chucking a video up on the internet, so I look forward to doing a few more and hopefully getting a bit better. But in the meantime, maybe subscribe or chuck me a like or share it around, because I reckon I'm going to provide some good information over the next few videos. Meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and that your floor is covered in sawdust.